to fertility and be gone. Thought?
This suit means something.
From the studio that brought you Toy Story.
To infinity?
And... Thank you.
Welcome back to America's funniest hostage negotiation fails. Lightyear from 2022 is, I feel, one of the most average Pixar films ever made. IMO. Other than some shining moments that really should have been in a better film, it doesn't feel like Pixar made this. It just feels like a lifeless quota, like, hey guys, Disney here. You can either make another Toy Story or a Buzz spinoff. I like Pixar's last few films, Turning Red, Soul, Lucha. Well, I didn't care for Lucha. Oh, and I will defend Onward, because I demand a Gauntlet or Diablo-style game for it. Now, Lightyear is just okay. Buzz mid-tier.
You know the toy.
The actual Buzz Lightyear in the flesh!
Discover his story.
We're marooned on this planet, and I'm gonna get everyone home.
The probability of surviving is 38.2%.
Out of 100!
From the Toy Story universe, this is the movie that Buzz's toy was based on. He's a space ranger saving the day. One of my main issues with Lightyear is the setup. You have a ship carrying a large population of humans on their way to Earth, but that ship crashes on a hostile planet. Those stranded people build a city. Buzz has to go on several adventures to get the right fuel to get everyone back home. He goes on multiple long trips only to return to the city and see people have accepted living on that planet. People are raising family and living their life. Yet Buzz still goes on these long trips while everyone else is just vibing. The issue comes in that it just feels like these people living on this hostile planet have adapted, and it really is not all that hostile. It's just a basic town which they barely show. There's no talks of population dwindling, no food or water resources going down, couldn't even make some sort of global warming reference. They could have had a character say, oh, I got this scar or lost this arm after another monster attack while you were gone. Yeah, they want to get back to Earth, but it doesn't seem like they're in great danger as they hinted at prior. They forget about the danger beyond just a brief mention later saying, hey, we made a barrier that protects us, whatever. This town Buzz has to rescue is such an important part of the film, yet it's shown so little that I refuse to believe it actually exists. It's a strangely isolating film, like way lonelier than it should be. There's another scene that lacks any sense of danger. Let me explain. Buzz and a few of his Space Ranger friends are trapped in a room, and there's a button that'll open the door for a few seconds. They cannot leave the room until the electricity is cut off. They push the door open button and work together to smash this power source, but that door is gonna close again, so the music tenses up and they're rushing and they gotta smash the power box. They'll be trapped in there if they cut the power off after the door shuts, right? So, like, why even rush it? Just press the door open button again and continue to smash. They treat it like it's a tense scene, but there's no established time limit. What's more insulting is after the power is cut and the door is open, a sort of time limit is added. All that smashing causes the room to begin collapsing, so now they gotta get through the door. How about making it so the room is collapsing as they were smashing, not after? It makes no sense. Like, how rushed was this script?
This suit means something. It's not just protecting your body, it's protecting the universe.
You got what should be an iconic moment where Buzz is reunited with his power suit. It's just kinda, hey, look over here. It's my suit, and he puts it on. One person in the theater clapped, and no one else joined in. Sad. Anyway, let's talk about the villain.
We're being pursued by just a massive robot.
The evil Emperor Zurg is here for like 10 minutes. He brings up an interesting dilemma. No spoilers, but essentially asking, hey, is it okay to change things in this way? A morally ambiguous idea, but it's just kind of sort of slightly brought up and treated as universally bad. Like, I think there might be some good points to preventing something in that way, but it's not explored. It also feels so surface level, like the characters. One of them totally changes what side they were on, and it's just the most abrupt character shift. I'm good now. I'm evil now suddenly, whatever. No real motive or build-up, we just need to move the plot along. For character development, we focus on Buzz having trust issues with his teammates. Tagging along the adventure are 3 rookies who Buzz has to deal with. Having 3 side characters and 1 villain feels like barely anyone got enough screen time. Then again, Lego Batman did this story way better. How did that movie do it better? I don't remember. I got no time to rewatch it. Love that movie. Best Lego movie.
There's a million small details that you have to focus on.
His chin is pretty defining, gotta have the chin. He's got these big round eyes. In our film, Buzz has hair.
Visually speaking, Lightyear looks like they found some realistic Toy Story fan art on ArtStation.com and made that into a film. Instead of paying tribute to wild, colorful galactic stories like Flash Gordon, Space Ace, or Silver Surfer, Lightyear feels like they watched Alien and raided the GameStop bargain bin for the cheapest Xbox 360 titles for inspiration. In the vast imagination of sci-fi, this is one of Pixar's most uninteresting looking films. You got the standard space locations with cartoony characters and muted color schemes. Yet their outfits are these overly colorful novelty toys that no sane person in this world would have designed. Pixar is just handcuffed to this goofy, gaudy color scheme. It's like if you had the Power Rangers fighting Iraqi terrorists.
Andy, the kid in Toy Story, is so excited to get this Buzz Lightyear doll because he went to see a movie. That movie is Lightyear.
Ideally, this is supposed to be the in-universe live-action film Andy from Toy Story watched that made him love Buzz Lightyear. Like, the toy we know is based on this film. Well, this film has its own toys that look totally different. Maybe it's a real Ghostbusters cartoon situation where he saw the cartoon adaptation. In the Toy Story films, we did hear some lore for what Buzz's toy is based on, but even that little bit of lore and what those buttons do on his chest was changed for this. Like, the TV series Buzz Lightyear of Star Command felt way more in line than what Andy watched.
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command!
God damn, I wish this movie had an adventurous song like that. I wish it had any memorable music or a personality in general. Anyway, you're likely wondering, does the movie connect to the show? Nope. Not at all. Not a single reference as far as I know. In general, Disney never acknowledges that show, nor has it been on Disney Plus or anything. There is a making of documentary for Lightyear on Disney Plus that completely ignores the cartoon's existence. Why? It was a good show. Well, I found this interview from the showrunner who even he doesn't quite know. Supposedly Toy Story director John Lasseter hated it, but that's just a rumor.
Now, if you do like the show, you'd hear more. You'd get a message or a letter or an email or something like that. And the other sign of that is when they put a Buzz Lightyear ride in Disneyland, there's a mural outside the Buzz Lightyear ride. I look at it, and they used our uniforms. You know, here's all these cartoon characters, and here's this female character, but she's got like 3 eyes. It was basically, yeah, somebody put Mira Nova there, and that was,
One theory I do got is apparently the show did air on 2 channels concurrently, ABC and UPN. ABC is owned by Disney, but UPN is owned by Viacom. UPN possibly owns part of the rights to the series. Disney probably doesn't want one of their most popular franchises to be associated with a rival company. That, or my second theory, Disney just doesn't want this show to dictate the canon of Buzz Lightyear. I talked with someone about this, but Disney movies and Disney TV are 2 separate entities on the inside who handle stories differently. For a Disney TV show to reference a Disney movie, that requires some paperwork. Weird, I know. Plus, like with Star Wars, Disney has no issue trashing all the canon it wants. If they write more Toy Story sequels, the writers ain't gonna sit through every episode of Star Command to get the lore right. Hell, this Lightyear movie didn't even follow what little lore the movies established either. This was the movie Andy watched my ass. Would have made more sense if this was the reboot Andy watched in his 30s while he got Twitter famous for drawing that planet chick's feet. To further gaslight us, Disney released this art piece.
Look at this, it's a geek from another dimension. Nerd of the Rings?
Look at this freaking tool. Hey everyone, this kid brought all his toys to the damn theater. He's hogging up 2 extra seats, like no way in hell do I want to sit next to this kid. This makes no sense. The toys didn't even know who Buzz was until Andy got his presents in the first movie.
So, where are you from? Singapore? Hong Kong?
Well, no. Actually, I'm stationed up in the Gamma Quadrant of Sector 4.
Also, Andy never owned those alien toys until the second film. And who is this guy? Why is there 3 of them? Why is he leaning his arm on the row of seats in front of him? Who sits like that? Is he making a move on Andy? Oh god, where's Andy's parents? Alright, they recently had a divorce before the first movie. Damn, did the theater play an Angela Anaconda short? None of this makes any sense, and neither does the lore. But actually, one major flaw about the movie could be rectified. I'll get into spoilers for a bit, so skip to...
I'll never give in. You killed my father.
No, Buzz. I am your father.
Okay, so the evil Emperor Zurg in the Toy Story films is secretly Buzz Lightyear's father. A Star Wars reference, yes, but it's still some of the only bits of lore in this film. In Lightyear, Buzz opens up Zurg's suit to see an old man. At first he thinks it's his dad, but no, it's Buzz from the future. That changes the backstory. Or does it? This is the movie Andy watched, is it not? This movie is canon. From that, we can assume that, likely off screen, Buzz had sex with his own mother and gave birth to himself, Futurama style. He is his own father. We need confirmation. Hashtag Lightyear did his mom. Tag Disney, tag Pixar, reply to every post they made with the hashtag Lightyear did his mom. We need them to confirm. If this movie is the very film Andy watched, then that means they got to admit to that. Keep going at them, keep asking them for an answer till you're blocked. Don't copy and paste the same sentence format. Twitter will mark that as spam. We need them to answer the question. But anyway, out of spoiler talk. Oh, don't you hate that? Well, Surfshark VPN, yes sir, the sponsor of tonight's video. What's a VPN? It's great, it changes your internet region and protects your privacy. You got Netflix, just switch regions and bam, you can see what other countries have on their Netflix. It's that easy. How about something to keep you safe, especially on public Wi-Fi? Nothing can stop you. Use the code RebelTaxi to get 83% off and 3 months free. And Surfshark is also giving away their antivirus for free during this month of June. Don't like that? You got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Oh, what? You got an incognito window on your browser? Wow, that's completely useless. Surfshark VPN, it's got clean web. This thing will block malicious ads, trackers, and malware. Don't trust an internet provider, trust Surfshark VPN. Use the code RebelTaxi to get 83% off and 3 months free, and antivirus during June. VPN, money back guarantee.
Hey everyone, we're the cast of Disney and Pixar's Lightyear, and we're about to watch the very new trailer for the very first time.
Ready.
Ready.
So a major change for this newer film is the voice. Buzz went from being portrayed by Tim Allen to Chris Evans. Why? Well, simple answer, more marketable star. They recasted him before with the cartoon, so Buzz having a new voice is whatever. Although there was one character that could have been Tim Allen, yet wasn't, I don't know. Tim probably said some things Disney didn't like. I'm sure they'll still bring him back for Toy Story 5 and 6 and 7 and 8. Now, since Andy watched this movie, you can rationalize the different voices based on how licensed products don't always get the celebs, you know? A lot of times, instead of getting Tom Hanks for Woody's talking toys or appearance in video games, they hire a sound-alike. That sound-alike being Tom Hanks' brother, Jim Hanks.
Ha ha! Boy, am I glad to see you.
Is that you?
No, it's my brother, Jim.
Is it really?
So, what did I actually like? Well, again, there's some shining moments that deserved a better movie. I do like the cat robot and this girl. I feel like it should have focused on just them. We didn't need all those other co-pilots tagging along. The whole film is just kind of a standard adventure film. It's fine. One thing I will say is the gay characters included actually were an improvement of how Disney handles this stuff. There's people who think Disney actually wants gay characters in their movies as propaganda, but I assure you, other than putting rainbows on their logos for the month, they don't give a shit. Most often, any gay character like that is a choice by the artist while the studio will fight them on it. The ones making it on screen are compromises. It's like, sure, you can have a gay character, but only if their part is so minimal that they can cut them out for China's release and stuff, or them being gay is hidden away as trivia outside the movie because Disney's ashamed of it. Although Lightyear is different. There's just a relationship that happens to be gay, and it's integral to the time progression in the story. They can't cut it out, thus this movie is stated to not air in places like Malaysia. Out of all the half-assed Disney representations prior, this is like one of the only good ones in their films, so good job, Disney. Though this only happened as a please ignore that we gave a bunch of money to a bunch of politicians that wanted you dead or behind bars. They had an article where they said, please don't get mad, we'll restore the gay scene for our upcoming movie. Hey, that's nice. Why'd you cut it out to begin with, asshole?
Buzz Lightyear!
Buzz Lightyear of Star Command, I command you to suck it. Lightyear is mid-tier. It's very okay. It moves along well enough. It's amusing. There's some good ideas, and that's kinda it. Just watch the cartoon series instead, or just put the movie on in the background while you do something else. It's really not all that great.
So get ready to go to infinity.
To infinity?
To infinity.
To infinity? I'm excited!
And beyond.